Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 16, would have been. To take the touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. They're trying to get to him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Kentucky going quickly. To the air on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's White. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Wimsatt. This time on target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Going for 6. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not the start this offense wanted.
1st down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll go to the ground. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Collins. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Traina. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. He's got enough. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. He's going to pass. Got his man downfield. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on first and goal. They want to throw it. Quarterback moving. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fair catch called for and made. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll throw it on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Looking to go up top on first down. Getting some heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is...
Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
A first down for the offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Got his man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Comes out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to throw here on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the ground. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Quickly complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Big time throw on that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air, it's Leonard. This time he's got his man. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break.
Get set.
Looking to throw it again. Release to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Love. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. The give, and tick, 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 tick.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Going up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Open space at the 25. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And the ball bounces out of bounds in the end zone. It is a turnover and a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, Kentucky! Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you've put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in him? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dialing up a second down pass play. A strike downfield. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And with a single second left, a field goal attempt to try to get another chance in overtime. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw it. He caught it. Touchdown, Irish! And they score first here in overtime. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
And he tacks on the extra point. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground and getting upfield.
Third and goal, desperately trying to get it in and keep hope alive. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Wildcats! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Now first down here in the second overtime. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Wimsatt. Coming after him. Pass rush. Coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking left. The completion well past the sticks. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So just a huge conversion on 4th down here in overtime.
That is so impressive too, Reeds, because at this point of the game, everybody on offense is just so exhausted emotionally and physically. But this is where you got to dial in and lock in. You saw tremendous execution on that 4th down.
Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Not even a thought to take the field goal. They're going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. It's Wimsatt. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is